Yo guys, sorry, you already know that today I'm bringing you guys my team analysis video for week 5 of the TBU. This week we are taking on Cloud Envy and the Jersey Weaviles. This is our cross division match, so he is not in our division, but we still need to win regardless, and that is that. Now, this team analysis video is going to be a little bit longer than normal, because as you can see in front of you right now, this is not my team that is built. Because we have some free agent transfers to go over. Obviously, we took a week break off. And during that week break, we did some free agent transfers, which is the first time that the TBU has done that. And it kind of helped with all the new coaches that came in and helped us to, you know, fix our old teams or whatever. So we had 2 transfers that we could do. We just had to keep all the tiers and all the points and stuff. So the transfers that I did were legal, but I did want to dedicate some time to go over the transfers with you guys before we get into the team, so you understand what my team now kind of looks like, which you will see the picture when we go over the teams. But first, I want to let you know that I dropped Agron and Wabafet. So I dropped Agron, which I only got in a trade this past week with Cloud, actually, and I didn't bring it to a match, and I decided I probably wasn't going to, and there was other things that I wanted, so I just decided to drop it. And Wabafet, I tried out once, it didn't work out very well, so I dropped that. It just seems like it's a wasted slot for me. I prefer to have 6 Pokemon that can all do stuff instead of 1 Pokemon that just is there for if I can get predictions right, and it kind of just uses up a move slot that I would rather give to other Pokemon. So those are the 2 that I dropped, and the 2 that I picked up are, first one is Dragalge, which is good because it gives me the Dragon type that I got rid of, but Dragalge just does better than Druddigon for what I need. It's also a poison type, so I can soak up Toxic Spikes, because those have been a thing that people like to use against me. So, it soaks up Toxic Spikes, and it gives me more special offense. Adaptability is insane, and Dragalge is a pretty cool Pokemon, and I think it's going to fit on the team pretty well. And the other Pokemon I picked up was Cryogonal, for some more, like, speed. It can also be specially defensive if I needed to, some nice ice offense, and another Rapid Spinner. Cryogonal isn't the best Rapid Spinner, but the only Rapid Spinner on my team right now is Komala, and Komala's not a good Rapid Spinner either, in my opinion, at least on my team. There's too many other things that it likes doing. Rapid Spin is not one of them. It's good in an offensive role. Obviously, I was able to use it successfully last game with a sub-bulk up set, and there were some options for this week, and Rapid Spin just is, it's not good on Komala for me, because there's just too many other moves that it can use that I think work better for it. So I figured I'd rather have 2 below average Rapid Spinners than, you know, 1. Yeah, so it was between this or Avalugg, but I decided to get Cryogonal because I wanted the speed. And yeah, so those are the 2 transfers that I picked up. So Wabafet, Agron not on my team, Dragalge, Cryogonal are on my team. So as I bring up the teams in a little bit, let me go back to the teams. And we are going to talk about my my team versus Cloud. So, I will bring up the teams, and as you can see, not only did we get to do free agent transfers, but I also ended up making a bench slot. So I actually brought Excelgor off the bench and put Electabuzz back on the bench, because Electabuzz, it seems to be one of those Pokemon that it's either has a fantastic matchup or a terrible matchup. There's no middle ground. It just is, you know, sometimes really good, sometimes really bad, and I wanted to bring Excelgor off the bench. I am on a journey to use every Pokemon that I draft, so, and I felt like this was Excelgor's week. It might be its only week. I might be able to bring it again. It really just depends on how the future matchups go. But besides that, let's go ahead and talk about my team, my opponent's team, all that good stuff. So we are taking on Cloud Envy, who is statistically is not doing super well in his division. I think he's won 1 game. He's about what we are, right? I think we're both 1-3. Yeah. But he has had some pretty bad losses these past couple weeks in terms of differential, and unfortunately for him, we are going to do our best to hand him another one, because I need as many big wins as I can get. My only way to make playoffs is to get big differential wins and hope that my other division opponents that are ahead of me start losing some games. And I do still play some of them, so, you know, there's that, but either way. What Cloud's team looks like now is Klefki, Zapdos, Celebi, Rotom Heat, Greninja, Weezing, Ambipom, Steelix, and Murkrow. And on his benches, Passimian, Espeon, Druddigon. So the Druddigon is not going to be brought against us. I don't need to worry about the Espeon. And he actually just made a bench swap where he swapped Passimian to the bench and brought up Ambipom. So I am expecting Ambipom to be brought because he did bring it off the bench. So we're going to have to see exactly how that works. And Klefki is his new free agent transfer. I think Espeon was his other one. So he might want to bring Klefki, but hopefully not. I don't know. It's one of those, it's weird. Klefki is a weird mon. I feel like it's not going to do much to me, but at the same time it could still be really annoying. So it just depends on how I want to play this. But so now that you see the teams and you see that my team, see what I benched and all that good stuff, let's go ahead and talk about the 6 that I'm bringing, which is a pretty interesting mix of 6, I think. You know, you never know what you're going to get from me. But first off, we're going to start with Excelgor, which immediately is like one of the first things that popped in my head because this is Selby, which is not fun. I don't really have much. I don't want to say I don't have much for Celebi, but like Celebi's just a really annoying Pokemon, and I started to calc how much U-turn would do, and U-turn, if it has offensive investment, can actually just kill Celebi, which is what I would like. And since it does that, I just decided to make Excelgor physical. There's nothing else on this team that's like weak to bug, so it's not like I need Bug Buzz for that much, or Greninja. Greninja's also weak to bug, but I think an Insect Plate, U-turn, or Leech Life might actually take it out. Leech Life might. So that is why I'm Max Attack Adamant. The 212 speed is to outspeed Max Speed Greninja, and the rest is in HP. I actually originally did have Final Gambit for if I needed it, but instead I'm just going to have that HP investment for if it can live anything. I mean, who knows? You never know. But yeah, I also have Sticky Hold, so my item can't get knocked off. Not that I don't think that's even going to come into play, because Cloud does not really have that many mons that learn knockoff, if any. I don't even know if he has any. Greninja might get knockoff. I don't even remember. But besides that, no, I don't think you even think anything else gets knocked off. But either way, oh, Ambipom. But anyway, I decided to put U-turn, Leech Life, knock off Protect. Protect is for the Ambipom if he tries to fake out. Then I'll know that he's not a Scarfed Ambipom, which would be good. I don't think he'll Scarf it, but yeah. So Protect, if I can catch him on a fake out, and then I can outspeed. I can either U-turn. U-turn is just going to be the main thing I hit for momentum, and I figured if I'm only really going to be hitting U-turn, I might as well power it up as much as I can with an Insect Plate and Max Attack Adamant. So that is why I am what I am. U-turn is probably going to be the only move that I hit. Maybe knockoff if I really need to get rid of an item, but yeah. So that is that, and that is Eric's Ghost. Eric may no longer be in the league, but his Ghost will live on through the form of Excelgor to take out any opponents that come in my path. So the other newcomer to the team is, of course, Aquaria the Dragalge, which is going to be Assault Vested this week with Draco Meteor, Dragon Pulse, Scald, Sludge Bomb, Adaptability. The 132 speed is to outspeed Weezing, defensive Weezing, just so I can outspeed it, beat it 1v1. And then I have the rest in like as much max attack, max special attack modest that makes sense. And then the remaining in HP, it's just the optimal EV spread for, you know, the HP to be odd and for this to, you know, I'll be good. So that is why the EVs are like that. And because I'm a Soul Vest, Adaptability, Dragon Pulse is going to be good, but if I need to get one big hit off, I can always go for Draco Meteor. Scald is good to get burns, as well as to hit the Rotom Heat if I need. But Sludge Bomb also does that as well. So, and Sludge Bomb also gives me that 30% poison chance, which is very nice. So I would like that. If I can get Scald burns or poisons, it really doesn't matter. Anything to wear down Cloud's team is going to really help me. But with the Assault Vest, I can actually really, it gives me a good switch into Zapdos. Well, one good switch into Zapdos. Rotom Heat, potentially. And Weezing really gives me a good switch into Weezing. So I can offensively just scare him out. Weezing is going to be really good for me to do stuff with. And that is about it. Yeah. I mean, I guess if it's a solely specially offensive Celebi, like, if I have enough health, I can take a hit and, like, kill it with Sludge Bomb, but that's not really going to be its purpose. Its purpose is really for Zapdos, Weezing, and Rotom Heat if I need it. But this team is essentially, like, half and half, 3 defensive mons, 3 offensive mons, and Dragalge is more on the offensive side, but it can really be used defensively, so I'm really hoping that it puts in work, and yeah, there's that. So, now we have our other defensive mon, which I'm a little unsure about this, but it is the best that I got. I wanted to bring Kamala and have Wish Protect, especially defensive, but it actually turned out to be not as good of a bring as I thought. If I was going to bring it, it was going to be offensive, and unfortunately it just didn't fit on the team. So in a defensive role, I figured that Clefable was better. So I have Moonblast, Wish Protect, Stealth Rock. I want Wish Protect when I have an Assault Vest user like Dragalge that threatens his team so much. I want to be able to heal Dragalge without having to take away the bulk that Assault Vest gives. For like a Black Sludge or whatever. I think Wish Protect is going to be really good. Wish Protect is also going to help with other offensive mons, such as Landorus. So that is why I have it. This was a really hard bring because I really want Stealth Rocks because he has a Zapdos and a Rotom Heat without having a Rapid Spinner. He only has a Defogger in the form of Zapdos, and I don't even know how much he brings Defog. I'm not sure if that's something that he does, but he also has a Defogger and a Klefki, so it's not like, so he can't like, you know, spike stack on me and then like spin away my hazards. He either has to deal with my hazards or just not bother bringing Klefki. So that's that. Moonblast is just the one attack. I mean, like I said, if I can get a Wish Up, it's not really going to matter because the two biggest switch-ins to Clefable are going to end up being Steelix and Weezing, and I guess Rotom Heat. Rotom Heat's going to be the biggest problem, but the other two I have really consistent switch-ins to, and if I just go for Wish, then it's fine. The EV spread is to take on any form of Celebi. Now, I'm still a little up in the air as to whether I want Magic Guard or Unaware. Unaware will help me with if the Celebi tries to set up either a Swords Dance or a Nasty Plot. There's no way that it can take me out in 2 hits with this EV spread. But, however, if I'm Unaware, then, and he does bring like spikes and stuff like that, I don't have a Rapid Spinner, and then I can get to a KO by Celebi. So, but I do have offensive ways to check Celebi, so I'm thinking that I want to keep Magic Guard Clefable just in case for any other scenarios that I don't see. You know, such as like especially offensive Greninja that like, you know, doesn't have Gunk Shot or something. Or if I'm at enough health where I can live and hit it with a Moonblast. Clefable could have other uses where Moonblast will hit, but I really want Stealth Rocks up as early as I can get and Wish Protect, not only for Clefable but for other mons. That means sacrificing a move like Signal Beam, which I was going to bring for the Celebi, and or Toxic, but Toxic got used for other mons, so I'm not as upset with that. So Clefable, unfortunately, I feel like could be set up fodder, but I don't think it will be. Just because I have checks to all of his mons and I have offensive answers. I mean, like my whole team is basically faster. Well, not my whole team, but Excelgor is faster than like anything they'll bring. And that's the main thing. If I can just keep Excelgor healthy, then at least until Greninja's down, then I won't really have to worry too much about the rest of his mons. So that's Clefable. It's kind of an iffy bring, but I really need Stealth Rocks. I didn't have room for it on Landorus, and wanted Wish Protect, so Clefable's gonna have to fit a support role, and hopefully it won't let me down, and hopefully I won't get set up on and swept, but I should be good enough to not let that happen, but we'll see. So our next mon is going to be Landorus, which is going to just be max speed, hasty, with Life Orb, Shift Force, Psychic, Earth Power, Rock Slide, U-Turn, which I might not make hasty because of Ambipump's Fake Out. If I need to take it, it might be better if I go naive. Even though there is more special offense on his team, the only reason that Landorus would have to take a hit is if something is scarfed. So, obviously not counting like a Greninja or Ambipom, but besides those, yeah, it doesn't matter. And Landorus is also really good switching to Klefki, so I can get that nice Earth Power off. Psychic is for the Weezing, Rock Slide for the Rotom Heat and the Zapdos, and U-Turn for the Celebi and for Momentum. So I do like that I have 2 U-Turners on this team, which I think is going to really help with momentum. And if I can just keep momentum on my side and I can wear him down before my team gets worn down, I think I'll be in good shape for this game. But Landorus is just such a big, a huge threat this game. So I am going to use it to my advantage and hopefully use that to win. So pretty self-explanatory. And then we have Arcanine, which poor Arcanine, why didn't you get nicknamed? Because actually Arcanine was a last-minute bring. This was the mon that I had Komala in for a while, but essentially I didn't have enough defense. So the problem is that his mons are really weird against my team. Like, so say I have like a fire, water, like defensive core of Arcanine, Slowking, but like Greninja is super effective against both of them. So it's hard to, and Palisand, so like all three of them, Greninja does really well against. Celebi does really good against, say like Palisand and Slowking, but then like not as much against Arcanine unless it's fully specially offensive Life Orb with like Earth Power. So it just depends on what he brings. But this EV spread is mostly to deal with Celebi without Earth Power, as well as just another switch into Zapdos, Rotom Heat, things like that. So, because another issue that I'm kind of facing is, you know, he has a lot of momentum, you know, U-turn Celebi, both switch Zapdos, both switch Rotom Heat, U-turn Greninja, U-turn Ambipom, so there's just a lot of momentum that he can get on his team, and I need to be able to not let him wear me down, so I need to do the best I can with that. So that's why I have Flare Blitz, Extreme Speed, Morning Sun, and Toxic. Flare Blitz, I mean, hits everything. The only thing it doesn't hit super hard is the Rotom Heat, which I would like to get Toxic. And if I can get that Toxic, then we will be in good shape, because I can outstall a Rotom Heat. But I am also worried about a Trick Scarf Rotom Heat, which is why I almost brought a Firium Z again. But yeah, this is the optimal defensive investment to 1v1 an Ambipom. If it's like Adamant Life Orb, it can't take me out in 2 hits, so I can do that. And then again, I have like Extreme Speed for if I need it. And then Flare Blitz just to hit everything hard. And because Arcanine isn't like my main defensive answer to everything, I think it's fine. It's going to be sharing defensive duties with not only Clefable, but possibly with Dragalge. And then of course with the last Mon, Palisand, because if you see, after all this Mons, I am actually kind of noticing that my team is a little weak to Steelix. I don't, before Palisand, I don't have anything for Steelix, and should he bring a Rock Polish set, like he has tried to do before this season, he actually has a chance of like sweeping me and just going through my team. Mixture of ground, steel, and just hard-hitting like Sheer Force Life Orb type deal really does hit my team hard. So to stop that, I bought Palisand, because Palisand is a way bigger component to my team than I really thought. I really did not realize how much of a like staple Palisand is going to be to my team, but it's so good. The defensive investment for the physical side is to deal with Steelix, and then I actually realized I didn't need as much as I thought I did to take on a Steelix, so I put the rest in Spadef for, again, Rotom Heat. Rotom Heat's the big one, but I think it was also to help me take HP Ices from Zapdos. I can live 1 and everything. And again, Toxic is on this Mon, so if I can Toxic the Zapdos or the Rotom Heat, then I will be in really good situation. Also, if I do force out any of those Mons, the combination of Ghost and Ground, he doesn't have a lot of switch-ins to. So a mixture of Shadow Ball, Earth Power, yeah, he doesn't have like fantastic switch-ins to. And then not to mention Toxic, I'd get my health up with leftovers and shore up. So Palisand can be a very annoying Mon for him. So, but yeah, I believe this one, a lot of my defense is to help take on like Zapdos, Rotom Heat, and stuff like that. But I have enough physical defense to not get swept by like the physically offensive Mons. So that is the goal for this game. And yeah, so that is my team, and we're gonna see how it goes. I've been really back and forth on a lot of these Mons and what exactly I want them to do, but I think this is going to be the final team. If anything changes, it would be changing this to Unaware, but I really just don't know. I really just don't know about that. So my gut is just telling me maybe go for Magic Guard, but we'll have to see how that works out. But besides that is going to be my team. So let me know what you thought about the free agent transfers, what you think about the team that I'm bringing to this match, and all that good stuff. So I will see you guys tomorrow for the battle, and hopefully we will do good, and hopefully we can keep going in a good direction. And that's going to be that. So thank you guys for watching, and until the next time, guys, stay sly.